Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Yeah.
Now we were trying to teach about the jnana according to Jnana Vibhanga from the Abhidhamma book. So in this book, there is Jnana Vibhanga, classification of knowledge or wisdom. So it is mentioned different types of wisdom. So about the jnana, sometimes they use jnana, panya, like that, or amoha. So usually may translate the wisdom. So for the Bahosutta, may translate, Bahosutta is much learning, much listening. In the past, learning is coming from listening. So Bahosutta, who has much learning. So nowadays, you may translate knowledge. So, but here, saying about the jnana, so wisdom. So previously we have taught wisdom based on listening, thinking, and practicing. So for the listening wisdom, listening knowledge, it may be similar to Bahosutta, much learning. So this is about the translation, wisdom and knowledge, just a possibility, because people may translate this and that according to their knowledge. So translation not yet so stable. This version may translate this way, that version may translate that way. So because of this translation, which translation for which word is not sure. So we should try to know original Pali words, jnana, vibhanga, using jnana. So usually penya, jnana, vijnana, it is the same. So now, according to this book, like go by 1, 2, 3, saying S1 about the knowledge, S2, S3, in this way until 10, now number 1. So number 1 is knowing about the pancha vijnana. Pancha vijnana. So knowing about the pancha vijnana correctly. So this is kind of knowledge. So here many saying like a pancha vijnana. Pancha vijnana is like eye consciousness, ear, nose, tongue, body consciousness. So especially when we are seeing, when we are listening, smelling, tasting, and touching. So about those knowledge. So if you learn mind process, process of mind, so there are 6 types of process, like eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door process, and the mind door process. So to understand that easily or generally, so normally our mind is like that. We see something, seeing and thinking, followed by thinking, listening and thinking. So smelling and thinking, tasting and thinking, touching and thinking, or just thinking. Normally we have this process. So seeing and thinking, listening and thinking, smelling and thinking, tasting and thinking, touching and thinking, or just thinking. So now about the seeing, listening, smelling, eating, and touching. Not saying about the thinking. So in one process, there are a few mind moments, like for the idle process. First of all, is Panchadwara Vajana, turning to the fido. To the fido means although you have eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. So if you use your eye, you will see, but you will not hear, smell, taste, and touch. If you use your ear, you will only hear, you will not see, you will not smell, etc. So it is a kind of turning. You might need to turn what you want to know. So do you want to know color and form? Do you want to know sound? Or do you want to know smell? Or do you want to know touching? In meditating, for example, if you don't want to know about the pain, your mind should not turn there. You may think something else. You may see, you may listen. So, for example, if it is very noisy, if so, you will forget about your body pain because of your mind turning into the ear, like that. So this kind of moment is called Panchadwara Vajana. Second one is seeing. If you turn towards the eye, or listening, if you turn your mind towards the ear, or smelling, tasting, touching, based on where you turn. After that, all are the same, accepting, receiving and accepting, and checking and investigating, determining. After that, fully experiencing, it is a jhana. After that, the dharamana registration. So these are my moments in the phyto process. So about this phyto process, the Buddha used his knowledge to know. Those are like no hedu or aheduka, non-rooted mind, like that. Dissociated from hedu, have a concept. It is created, not uncreated. It is not rupa. It is lokiya, mundane. It is the object of asava, the object of sanyojanya, etc. So some are not interesting in things. So it is not aniyanika, not for liberation. By using you cannot get a liberation. So it is a nature also, not permanent. It is being oppressed by aging, having aging nature. So means not stable. So this is mentioned about the eye consciousness, ear, nose, tongue, body consciousness. So it is dependent on present base, like eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue, body base. So without base, those will not arise. For example, there are no rupa brahmas, non-physical brahmas. They don't have this kind of consciousness. They will not see, they will not listen like that. So based on eye, based on ear, based on nose, based on tongue, based on body, those arise. If someone blind, they will not see. If someone deaf, they will not hear. So those are based on present base. Also, those can see present object. Whether you are eye, ear, can listen to present sound, present object, can see present object, can taste present taste in this way. If you are hearing past sound, it is not with the ear. It is your mind. So some people are meditating in time, they say, I heard a chanting sound like that. Or normally it is not in the present. Unless they was shouting, so just your mind's thinking. So only can take a present object. Cannot see past object with your eye. It is with your mind. So those consciousness are nana vatuka, nana ramana, different base, different object. So different base, different object. So eye consciousness and ear consciousness, they have a different base. Ear consciousness, by resting in the eye, they cannot hear. So because they are different base. So maybe someone blind. If so, eye consciousness, where eye consciousness arise based on ear, why not like that? Because they are different base. So in the same way, different object. With the eye, you can only see column form. With the eye, you will not know the taste. So you may say looks delicious. So looks delicious only. No, not sure really delicious. So you may say like that. So because with the eye, what you can know is only color form. With the ear, what you can know is only the sound. So even cannot translate, just a sound. So each other, they have a different base, different object. So they cannot feel others object. Like with the ear, cannot feel the sound object. So by seeing other people's mouth, you may understand it is by mind, not by hearing. So they cannot share each other different objects. So in the same way, if you pay attention, those will arise. If you don't pay attention, those will not arise. So although you have an eye, if you are thinking something else, you will not see anything even in front of you. So this is important. If you don't want to see, just you think away. You listen like that. So without paying attention, you will not see, you will not hear, you will not smell like that. Like that. Because of this, if someone want to announce, so they have to announce first. Have your attention, please, like that. So please give me attention. They have to say. If they just say that, so people may not hear. So because of this, without attention, so those will not hear, will not see like that. Or will not feel. Meditating in time, you may have a body pain. So body pain is arising in body consciousness. If you don't pay attention, so you will not have a pain easily. So because of this, if your mind really strong to think something else, so you can ignore seeing, listening, smelling, tasting, and touching. So, but the mind need to be strong. So, if so, you can ignore strong object. If the mind is not strong, if so, you can only ignore weak object. Okay. So yeah, turning mind is attention mind or turning mind is before eye, ear, nose, tongue, body consciousness. So those consciousness cannot turn towards the object. Turning mind is in front of them. The next one is, so with those five consciousness, you cannot know any Dhamma. You cannot know any special Dhamma. So special Dhamma means like Kusala or Agusala or Monobovingama Dhamma or Rupa or Nama, like that. Those things you cannot know with unconsciousness. Unconsciousness is just a seeing. Even in who are you may not know. In the same way, listening consciousness, smelling consciousness, they only know just seeing, just smelling, just listening, etc. So cannot know any Dhamma. So with the eye, just seeing, with the ear, just listening, like that. Cannot know what is your name, cannot translate. What is the meaning of this word? So with those mind cannot know. Only knowing by mind or following to those consciousness. In the same way, after Pancha Vijnana, five consciousness, they are like Sampadachana, Santirana, Ottapana. So those mind also cannot know any Dhamma. So cannot know any Dhamma. The whole indoor process don't know any special Dhamma. So they only know just a color and form. Color and form. So who are you? What is your name? Where do you come from? So with the indoor process, we don't know. In the same way, with the ear-door process. Next one. So with the five-door process, cannot produce iriyabhata, bodily posture, for the standing, sitting, lying down, and walking. So it is done by mind-door. So indoor process cannot make a body move. So for the moving, just by thinking, you have to move. So by seeing, by listening, it will not move. So like that, if you avoid like a car by seeing, so not just seeing, after seeing, you have to think, oh, I should avoid. So I should go beside. So at that time, your body may move. So not just by seeing, you have to move. So with the vital consciousness, the vital process, body will not move. So meditating in time, for example, your body is shaking like that. So generally, it is because of your mind process. Sometimes it may have like a wind, something strong. It is rarely. So rarely. Normally, because of your mind make the body move, it move. So without mind process, body will not move. Okay. So in the same way, after five consciousness, the other five process mind, so the same. So next one, with the five consciousness, you cannot do kaya karma, bodily action, vasi karma, verbal action. So in the same way with the vital process, you cannot do kaya karma, vaci karma. Kaya karma is a bodily action, like killing and stealing. It is done by mind to kill, to steal. In the same way about the saying, this is saying also done by mind, cannot do by indo process, ear process. In the same way, with the five consciousness, five door process, you cannot determine to do kusala dhamma, not to do akusala dhamma. You cannot determine. So I will not do kusala, or I will not do akusala, I will do kusala. This kind of determination also done by mind or five door process cannot do this kind of things. So next one is with the five door process, you cannot go to absorption like a jhana. So Lokiya jhana, Lokottara jhana, you cannot do with the five door process. So some people may ask, when we are seeing the mind is very absorbing, when we are seeing a movie, the mind is very absorbing into the object. So it is not with Indo, if very absorbing, followed by Mindo. So here means like a normal meditation jhana. So not like a jhana vichya. Jhana vichya jhana is akusala also included. So when you are practicing meditation, so it should be only Mindo. Because of this, you have to close your eye. Should be in a quiet place. So not to be interrupted Indo process, Iado process. So you have to practice. If so, it is possible to do absorption. So in the same way, when you get up from the jhana, so mind process will arise fast. So normally you may think, when you are do absorption, someone make a noise, you may think you hear fast. Not like that. So first of all, wake up with the mind process. So no hearing, not fast. So after that, we imagine from the jhana. Imagine from the jhana also done by mind. So usually Bhavanga mind. Bhavanga mind is just thinking. Just thinking. Next one, na chavati, na ubejati. So with the vital process, we're not dying. We're not reborn. Have this saying. It is we're not dying, we're not reborn. So those that are reborn only done by mind all. Done by mind all. But about this case, there is this saying here. So when we learn a process, mind process, about the near-death process, there are Indo process also, Indo process. But no awakened mind, it is Chavana, Chudi is a kind of Bhavanga, last Bhavanga. So it is not vital. It is generally we learn those things. Dwara Vimota, door free Cheta. Door free Cheta. No Indo, Iado, nose door, dung door, body door. It is mind door, but not our reaction. It is a result of previous karma. So it will be put into the door free process. So so one way is like that. It is door free. That rebirth is door free. Another thing is, as a process, there is an Indo process, Iado process in a near death. But as my thinking, because of that is go with the mental process mostly. For example, Arahanta. For the Arahanta, they were not dying with the mental process. Ear, nose, tongue, body door process. They were only dying with the mental process. So for the other people, they can die anyway. But I think mostly they were dying with the mental process. For example, you may have experienced once you're weak, you cannot see anything. Also possible not listen, not hearing. So usually those are weak. Those can be weak fast. So mostly we're done with the mental process. So there is a mental process in the near-death moment, but not mostly. So mental process mostly. Another thing is that death mind. Rebirth mind it is a kind of Boinga. Rebirth mind is the first Boinga. So death mind is the last Boinga. So, but we don't call it Boinga. It is a rebirth mind and death mind. So those are door-free mind. So also can be said, not die with the five consciousness or vital process. So in the same way, with the vital process, we're not go to Mechata Niyama. Mechata Niyama is like about the wrong things, but it is very sure. For example, like killing a mother, father, arahanta, breaking in Sangha's unity, and disturbing Buddha to have a bruise. So, etc. So very stable wrong view cannot do with the vital. By thinking only can be. Even around them can be done by mental process, very strong wrong things. So by seeing something, we will not have a wrong view, very stable wrong view. So by thinking only, we will have a very stable wrong view. So generally, you can note that. So with the vital process, what we can do is very little and very weak. So strong one is done by mind. So some people say seeing is believing. So if they see, they will believe. But seeing here, it is very weak. By thinking only, you can be strong. So seeing, listening, smelling, those are not so strong. So by seeing, by listening, by smelling, you cannot have a very strong wrong view. Mechada niyama. So in the same way, by vital process, you cannot have a samadha niyama. Samadha niyama is like a very stable nature. For example, like a sotapanna. After being a sotapanna, so you will not do any evil to produce a woeful state. So it is called samadha niyama. So to reach those states, you have to go with the mind. With the fight, you cannot go. So like that, to see asubha or dukkha, you may go to hospital. Doctors are always cutting those diseases. They cannot get attainment. 32 parts they have seen very clearly, but they are just done by fight. If you see 32 parts by mind, it is impossible. So with the fight, you cannot go very strong wrong things. In the same way, very stable right things, like a Mekka, Phala Nibbana, like that. So in the same way, with the fighter, you will not know the name, the clan. You will not know. So by seeing someone, we think, I know him. What is his name? Where do you come from? No, by seeing. After seeing, we have to think. So because of this, sometimes we see, we cannot think. Where do they come from? What is the name? So like that. If older you ask a name. So after the talk, 30 minutes later, you forgot again. You ask again, what is your name? So we start to have those things. So like that. Oh, you are old already. I want to talk. Asking Ghana, like that. So although we are seeing, we don't know. So we have to think with the mental process. So knowing about the name, knowing clan, where do they come from, all these are done by mind or by thinking. You have to do. So not by seeing. In the same way, like a casino object, not done by idol. So white color, you need to see. So, but with the mind, it only will work. So you paint all rooms with white. So you may think I'm seeing white color already. So not like this kind of practice. So yeah, white color object must be seen by mind or casino. All casinos are like that. So only beginning to be able to think, you may see white, but later on you have to think with the mind. In the same way, breathing. So in the beginning, yeah, you use the touching. By touching, you know. So about that, just by mind, you can do. So in the same way, we read the books, memorizing, reading, gan with the eye. So if the mind is strong, no need books. You remove the books, you still can recite. So like that. So mental process is faster. So once you can memorize, you are faster than someone by seeing. So seeing one cannot follow. If someone memorizes with the mind, it is faster. So like that. So if you practice 32 parts, so if you do with the mind, so all people in the whole meditation hall, you can see within a short time. So mind's seeing is faster and stronger, like that. So for the Buddha, many worlds, and the people in the many worlds, you combine all. Avijja, Sankara, many Avijja, many Sankara, he can combine within a short time, very, very short time. So those are done by mind. In the same way for the Vipassana. For the Vipassana also done by mind. By eye, you cannot do. So you see rupa, or nature. So, but it is followed by thinking. So Vipassana and strong Vipassana all are done by mind. So in the same way, seeing rupa, arupa, nirvana, it is done by mind. With the fight, you cannot do. In the same way, patisambhita jnana, analytical knowledge, knowing a result, knowing a cause. So knowing the words, knowing those three things. So these are called patisambhita knowledge. So it is also done by mind. Another one, abhanya. Abhanya is seeing many different things. It is also done by mind, not with the vital process. In the same way, Then Savaka Barami Jnana. Savaka Barami Jnana. Disciples Barami knowledge. It is also not by fighter with the mind of Pichika Body Jnana. Sabhinyuta Jnana. Those are not done by fighter or are done by mind process. Okay. Not only that, so with the fighter process, not sleep, not wake up, not dream. So when you are sleeping, so you may think by seeing when you see movie is not interesting. You may think I sleep by seeing. No, like that. So the last process is a mental process. So with the mental process, you sleep, you wake up. In the same way, you dream. You dream. So when you are sleeping, someone have a big light. Having a big light, you show in front of their eye. So all the showing in front of their eye, thinking is fast. Seeing is thinking. So after that, bhavanga, after that, seeing. When you light in front of my eye, I'm sleeping. So you may say in this way. But although you are saying in this way, mind process is not faster one. Mind is a faster one. So it is difficult to know. Only the Buddha's knowledge know that. So disciples by following Buddha's knowledge, by using Buddha's knowledge, we have to understand. So those are difficult things. In the same way, you get a smell, so you keep that smell in front of nose of those who are sleeping, and so because of bad smell or good smell, they may wake up. So all the wake up in this way, mind of fast. After that, bhavanga. After that only, so nose door process. So in this way, it will go. So in the same way, dream. Dream also done by mind, not fight all. So there are four causes of dream. One is dhatu kopa. Dhatu kopa is unbalanced body. So unbalanced body. So sometimes our body is unbalanced. So if so, maybe you may dream different things, usually scary things, falling down from the mountain. So you may have this kind of dream. Sometimes even you may fly in the sky. So it is because of unbalanced body. So because of this, sometimes a dream is just a dream. So you should not think very deeply. You should not think very deeply. So body unbalanced also may have a dream. So it will not be correct. Will go according to its way. Next one is anubhava, something you have experienced. Previously you have experienced. Those one will dream into your dream. So another one is devadobha sanhara, brought by devas. So because of their power, deva have this kind of power to make you dream. So yeah, experienced one is just experienced one. Maybe correct. Those are just not for the future. So if brought by deva, so it can be correct, cannot be correct based on their intention. Also, it can be beneficial, cannot be beneficial. So sometimes they make the person wrong, like that. There is one Bande, he cut off he cut off a kind of tree, naga, flower tree. So tree deva doesn't like. So show the Bande dreams, very correct dreams in the beginning. So after believing about own dream, so they will show the king will die within 7 days. So previously, everything he said all are correct. Now they will show the king will die at the 7th day. So at that time, the bunny told. So the princess queen cried because in the 7th day, the king will die. So, but in the 7th day, the king won't die, not die. So at that time, so the king gets angry, cut Bandit's hand and leg, like that. So it is led by Deva to be unbeneficial. So because of this, you should not so dependent to do the Deva. Deva not sure will love you or not. So it is brought by Deva. So can be correct, can be wrong. And next one is Boba Nimeta, the sign of the Aliyah sign. Boba Nimeta is Aliyah sign. So it is for the future events. It can be correct. Based on your karma, it appear in your dream. Kusala or akusala. It can be beneficial things, can be unbeneficial things. So this is only can be sure. So these are 4 causes. One is unbalanced element, another one is experienced one, another one is brought by Deva, another one is early sign of future events. Okay, so who has a dream, who doesn't have a dream? So Arahanta doesn't have a dream. So if you are not Arahanta, even Sikha and Buddhojana, they will have a dream. So the reason is Arahanta has removed Vipanasa, perversion or perversion. So they don't have a Sinya Vipanasa, Chaita Vipanasa, Deity Vipanasa like that. So they know good is as a good, bad is as a bad, like that. So they don't have wrong thinking. Because of this, they don't have a dream. This is the reason. So another thing is about that dream. Is it a dreaming in the sleeping time or in the time waking up? So if we say dream in the sleeping time, it will be complete with the Abhidhamma. So because in the Abhidhamma, sleeping is a Bhavanga mind. Bhavanga mind don't know anything. So only partial object it is taken. So because of this, if someone says sleeping in time, it's a dream. If so, it can be Virodi or Viroda with the Abhidhamma, conflict. So if we say in the time waking up, we dream, it will be conflict with the Vinaya. Because in the Vinaya, if you commit offense in a dream, so it is called abhoharika, not enough to say. Not enough to say. It is to say offense, it is not enough. Because you do just in a dream. So no apati. So if you do sleeping in time, no apati. Okay. So if you are hungry, sleeping in time, you may eat dinner. So no apati. If it is not abhoharika, not enough to say. So So because of this, if we say dreaming in the time waking up, it will have a conflict with the Vinaya. So according to Vinaya, in a dream, if you do, it is anabati, no offense. So if so, what time we have a dream? Kabi Maida Bredo. It is being oppressed by monkey's sleepiness. Monkey's slow than tropa. So monkey sleep just a little bit. So cannot sleep very well. Maybe monkey may sleep in a tree. So need to hold the tree branches. If they sleep like a human, so it will drop. So they will drop. They just a little asleep. So in those time, have a dream. Means waking mind, sleeping mind, and waking mind. So changing. So those time, you will have a dream. This kind of sleeping is called kapi maida. Kapi maida. So in the dreaming time, so it can be kusala, can be agusala, can also be vyagada, can also be vyagada. Neither kusala nor agusala also. So if you are in a dream, if you are paying respect chediya, it is a kusala. If you do killing in a dream, it is agusala. So can be agusala, can be kusala, can be abhyagada also. Abhyagada means like avajana, dharamana, those are abhyagada. So how about result? Those kusala can produce a result or not. So it cannot produce life, but it's handy. But after being rebirth, like this kind of time, we may have a result of those dreams. Because here showing the reason is Dovalada, because of very weak. So because of dreaming kusala or akusala, you were not reborn human and Dwaram. You were not reborn woeful state. But after being born, may have some result. Some result. For example, let's say some people, if they are learning, they are sleeping, not interesting. Maybe result of those things. So like that, just an example, people's sharpness and knowledge, the power of mind, it is different. Some people, they pay attention in breath out breath. They can do something, but they cannot do very sharply, very deeply. They cannot do long enough. In the same way, some people's wisdom, they can go very little. So if some elements are difficult, then their mind cannot reach. So their mind is blocked. So cannot go beyond. So cannot go beyond. So only some people can be sharp. So like that. This is a saying about the people's power. So, but here saying about the result. So, but this result cannot have, but body result after rebirth can have with the dream. Okay, this is saying mainly about the phyto process and mental process. This is a kind of wisdom of the Buddha's knowledge. So it is about those things knowing correctly. So here it is called Yathavaka Vatu Vibhavana Panya. Yathavaka Vatu Vibhavana Panya. A kind of Panya mentioning about phyto process as it is. So, okay. We should stop here. So we may go question answer.
Thank you, Sayadaw, for your teaching today.
There is this saying in the Sutta. So if someone has a sila and panya, so always together. If there is a sila, there is a panya. If there is a panya, there is a sila. So should be this kind of person. So someone who has a sila has a panya. So you can do divination in this way. So their bodily, verbal, mental actions are good. So these people can be said wise people. So but some are fully wisdom. For example, let's say noble persons. Or Buddha is the best one. So noble person also they will not do evil with the intention. So noble persons are good people. So wise people. So for the ordinary, just generally, if they have correct most of the time, we have to say that the person is wise. So they have a limited wisdom.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. The next question.
It is you practice sila in a dream, or rather you happy, right? You mean that? It is a good. So in the story, sometimes they mention their sila, even in a dream, and don't do those things. So it means that they are very, very pure. So, but anyway, for you, so in a dream, it is good. So you happy, it is also good. Both are kusala.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. I believe there is another question. Yes. So, dear Sayadaw, when a person makes a wrongdoing in the dream, is it still Bhavanga mind or is it unwholesome mind arising at that time? And the second part of the question is, if a meditator always smell bad or good smell during his sleep or meditation, what may be the causes of the smell? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So, sleeping in mind is, dreaming in mind is not Bhavanga mind. Dreaming in mind is process. So process means like a manodra, vajana, javana, dharamana, like that. So javana is can be kusala and can be agusala. Manodra, vajana, and dharamana is it is neither kusala nor agusala. So another question, what I forget already. Second question.
The second part is that if a meditator always smell bad or have good or smell good something good smell during his sleep or meditation, what may be the causes of the smell?
So one thing is just maybe just you are thinking, not really good smell, but only you are thinking having good smell. So it is done by mind. Another thing is a really good smell. good smell of someone. Also, maybe Deva, maybe nearby people, maybe yourself. So, as a Abhidhamma can be two types, just a thinking or just a normal smell. So, in the Buddha's quality, so there are many types of qualities. So some are related to appearance, and some are related to mental qualities. So now you are being intention Buddha. So those qualities may be accordingly. So appearance also one of the qualities. So that object is taken by your mind. So generally taken by your mind. It can be peer. Yes, for example, when you are meditating, when you have a jhana, in those jhana mind moments, they are chirana. So it is just by thinking. So that kind of chirana will produce the best life, like Brahmas. So yeah, pure chirana without any bodily action, bowel action. So it can produce result. Very powerful karmas are done by mind.
Thank you,
So
Sayadaw.
normal karma also have, for example, in the Buddha time, Mata Kundali. The person named Mata Kundali. He just saw the Buddha. So only happy in the mind, venerate in the mind. So that Chetana can produce in the Deva realm. So pure mind also can produce a result.
Thank you, Sayadaw. I believe the next questions, Vandami Sayadaw. Recently, I heard about a devotee who can get many relics in her house as she does a lot of chanting. Also, I heard that one Bhante could get relics appear in his palms after chanting. May Sayadaw explain, are the relics coming from the devas? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So some teachers about that, they are very careful. So very careful means, so they are good, may have good devas, bad devas. So yeah, good devas may make you to pay respect to Buddha more, to practice more. So some are bad devas. So may lead you wrong to have a wrong things. So like to have a worldly gains. So when you have a worldly gains, you may not practice anymore. So have this kind of saying, teach us admonishment. So because of this, you need to have your attitude correctly. So what is your goal? Where you want to go? So those are not sure real relic or not real relic. So what is the purpose of devas or powerful people who give you those relics? So you need to be careful. Because of this, you need to have a correct attitude. So yeah, in a story, according to Lady Sarah's saying, if you do like karma related to Buddha, so your karma is very powerful. Sometimes, so devas may jealous you, even in good devas. So in a story, we may have heard like Bodhisattva is practicing very diligently, seriously. Other time, the QnA want to disturb when you practice. You may want to take my place. So because like according to humans idea, if you have a good jobs, and so later you may do competition with me. So according to they are very dependent on karma. So if you are doing a very great karma, so yeah, you have like a very good job. So someone don't want to move their place. So instead of doing kusala themselves, may disturb other people's kusala. So there are this kind of stories. So usually Bodhisattva, yeah, I do kusala not because of those accomplishment of Deva human. I want to get omniscient knowledge or liberation like that. So at that time they didn't do any more disturbance. So because of this, about that, you need to be careful. So it is generally not you are real relic or not real relic. So what is the purpose of giving? So anyway, if your attitude is correct, if you can continue your way correctly, so those are not so much important. Mm-mm.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Madam Sayadaw, since five-door process takes only the present object, and we said that it can reduce our wandering thoughts by five-door actions because not thinking about the past or future. Interpreter Chi asked the question, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Breath. Yeah, if you see something, seeing process will arise. No, will not have a wandering in thought. Yeah, some people say stay present. Yeah, if you are seeing, listening, smelling, tasting, eating, it is staying in the present. But no, not really practicing in Dhamma. So practicing in Dhamma is if you practice samatha, yeah, there are samatha objects, kasina, asuva, anusati, metta, karuna, mudita, ubekha, 4 elements, ahara, paticula, sanya, 4 arupa. These are 40 samatha objects. If you want to practice vipassana, must practice on materiality, mentality, cause and effect, arising and flourishing. Those are only Dhamma. So just seeing, listening is, yeah, staying in the present, but no, it is practicing in Dhamma. We want to sharing merit. Idame bonyam
Idame
nibbanasa
Nibbanasa
pachayo
Pachayo
hodu
Hodu
mama bonya bhagam
Mama Bunya
sava
Bhagam
sadanam
Papa Satanam
ajemi
Ajemi
te sabe
Esabe
me samam
Me Samam
bonya bhagam
Bunya Bhagam
savandu
Babandu
sadhu
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 Sadhu